Good morning, children. Welcome back to the another online class of social science. So this is the last and concluding video of first chapter of history, that is tracing changes through 1,000 years. And you all have got the syllabus and date sheets for your coming examination. So I hope that you all have started learning for your examination. As you will get the MCQs in this examination, so for getting full marks in MCQs, you need to read the chapter thoroughly, and if required, you can note down the important terms in any copy, and before exam, you can go through the points which you will be writing in a copy. Then only you can score good marks after completing the work or after going through the notebook. You will not score the full marks because you don't know which question you will get from the chapter. And go through each and every topic and to the chapter properly, note down the points, and then only you can score full marks. So all the best for your coming examination. Start learning for your exam. And now let's back to the topic. Today we have to start thinking about time and historical periods. So let's begin. So, children, historians do not see time just as passing of hours, days, months, or years like us. Historians study the time by dividing the past into large segments, which is known as periods. And a period possesses the characteristic of that particular time. So, according to the British historians, because British ruled in our country for around 200 years, so they divided Indian history into three periods. First, Hindu period, second, Muslim period, and third, British period. Hindu period, where Hindu rulers ruled our country, then Muslims ruler, when Muslims ruler ruled our country, and third is when British started ruling our country. And most historians look to economic and social factors to categorize major elements of different movement of past. Like different historians chose different factors to categorize a particular period. Like for British, the division was based on the idea that the religion of rulers. When Hindu rulers ruled, they called that period Hindu history. When Muslim rulers started ruling, they called that period Muslim history. And when the British started, they called that period British history. In the same way, different historians took different categories or features to categorize a particular period. For example, some historians call the life of hunter-gatherers, early farmers, and early empires the early societies. About hunter-gatherers, early farmers, you have read in your previous class, and that part of the history known as early societies. In the same way, the growth of imperial state formation, development of Hinduism and Islam as major religion, and the arrival of European trading companies were called the medieval period. And about the medieval period, you will read more in your next class. The last era was called the modern period, which carried a sense of material progress and intellectual developments. Means when people started the use of technology and machines, that period known as modern period. And we live in a modern period. Prosperity during this period brought European trading companies to India, and because European or British or different rulers from different countries came to our country, like Portuguese, French, for the resources, because in modern period technology was invented, machinery was invented, and they required raw materials or resources for producing different things. For getting the resources and raw material, they came to our country. So when European came to our country, that was the part of modern period. So different historians took different features or characteristic to categorize history, and about that you will read in next class. So some historians divided the history into three categories, like ancient history, medieval history, and modern history. According to British, they divided the history into Hindu, Muslims, and British. So about these three categories you will read more in your previous about ancient history you have read in your previous class, and in this class also you will read about the ancient history. In next class you will read about the medieval history, and in class senior classes you will read more about the modern history. So children, I hope you have understood it, and with this video you will get some very short type of question answers, and that question answers you have to learn only. You are not supposed to do that question answers which I'll give you with this video in your notebook. Only you have to learn that question answers, and it will help you in your coming examination. So that's all for today's class. Take care of yourself, stay home, stay safe. Thank you.